What's up guys, Houndish here, and today we're going to jump in and talk about how you can complete this week's Ascendant challenge inside of Destiny 2 Forsaken. So of course the Ascendant challenge is a weekly challenge available in Dreaming City. We saw the one last week with the crystals, and in this video I'm going to break down the week 2 Ascendant challenge currently available, as well as this a couple of tips for this week's wanted bounty prime target. Both of these are capable of rewarding some powerful gear. They're pretty fast and easy ways to get a couple of powerful drops. So if you guys find the video useful, a rating below is very much appreciated. But for now, let's jump straight into it. So we're going to talk about this week's Ascendant challenge in just a moment. First thing I would recommend though, absolutely pick up Petra's Bounties. The Ascendant challenge bounty does grant you powerful gear when you complete the weekly Ascendant challenge, so make sure you head over to Petra first and grab these. Now this week's challenge is actually located in the Garden of Esila. I'll show a quick route that you can take to actually get here in just a moment. But when you get to the gardens, if you head up here, you'll see that the portal is on the left behind this rock. Now you will have to pop the Tincture of Queensfall, of course, to become Ascendant and actually be able to see this and enter the portal. But how do you complete the Ascendant challenge for this week? Well, it's relatively simple. So when you go into the Ascendant challenge, there will actually be 3 kind of arc charges located in different corners of the arena. I definitely recommend that you jump in with the fire team if you can. This can be soloed at a decent power level, but I believe the enemies in here are 540, so definitely better with a group of 2 or 3. But essentially you grab the arc charges from the outer side of the map. You'll have to walk carefully along all of these platforms right here. There are also taken blights, which actually slow you when you walk through them. They kind of suppress you so you can't jump, you won't be able to sprint and things like that. So obviously you have to be careful with all of these edges and ledges everywhere. But you grab each of the arc charges, bring them right here to the very middle, and you'll be able to slam them in the ground in the very center. So obviously if you've got a group, you can grab one each, but once all of these have actually been slammed into the middle, you'll see the corruption recedes. Toland makes way for your light. And what's going to happen here is you'll get a ton of Abyssal Knights, and you'll have to defeat all of these knights. They are pretty powerful, they do a lot of damage. They take a lot of damage to actually defeat, but you do have a kind of well of light right in the middle of the room right here, and this will recharge all of your abilities incredibly quickly. So if you stand in here, you'll get your super back super fast, and obviously that's very useful for taking down these knights. If you're in a group, then you can use a bunch of different supers, tethers, and all that good stuff. There is also a tree branch right near the middle of the room. You may be able to jump up onto there if you're playing solo or if you're a little bit lower level, and kind of snipe each of the knights or fire your heavies at them and stuff like that. But I'd imagine for most folks it'll be easiest using that well of light in the middle to get all of your abilities back much quicker. Once you've taken all of the knights down though, you will complete the Ascendant challenge for the week. You'll get a legendary drop, some fragments, and potentially another tincture. Now the legendary drop from the chest itself is not a powerful drop, so it will be at a lower level, but you will regularly get pieces of gear from the Reverie set right here, so that's definitely beneficial. On top of this though, you'll complete the bounty, which does of course reward powerful gear, and I get a 529 sword right here, which is not too bad. I'm around about 520 power, and that is the Ascendant challenge for week 2, so pretty cool stuff, and I hope this section of the video has helped you out. I will run a clip right here in just a moment that shows you how to get to this particular area of the map quickly, but I also wanted to give a quick shout to this week's wanted bounty from the Spider. So the bounty that can grant powerful gear right here. It's not too bad to get this done, maybe a little bit tricky solo, may take a little while to get done. But of course, if you pick it up, it can grant powerful gear. And you'll see for this one, there is actually a new adventure on Mercury. So you go and run that, and it'll take you into the Lost Sector. And here you'll find this Valus with a huge kind of Cabal tent, or Ward of Dawn as you might call it. And inside of there, you do take a bunch of damage. Obviously, the enemies are in there and shooting at you, but there is also a burn effect whenever you're in this bubble. So you do have to be kind of careful. If you can coordinate with the team, it's definitely useful. Drop some rifts and things like that. Plenty of supers, and you'll get this guy taken down. So that's just a shout for this week's Spider Wanted Bounty, but now I'm going to run the location for this week's Ascendant Challenge as well as a full gameplay, if any of you guys wanted to check out the full thing. But I hope this video has been useful for you guys. If it has, a like below is very much appreciated. Let me know your thoughts on this week's challenge, any tips you have for other players. If you're new to this channel, be sure to hit subscribe if you want to see a lot more D2 content. Also, check out my sponsor Gamerlink, who have a fantastic clan and LFG app for Android and iOS. Destiny 2 is featured on the app, so you can use it to find other folks to play with. Maybe good for these Ascendant challenges and some of the bounties and stuff like that, as well as Blindwell, or even this week's Nightfall. So I will link Gamerlink down below. I definitely recommend you check them out. For now though, thanks a lot for tuning in guys. I will catch you very soon.
Guardian down. Guardian down.